Hey everyone, Peter Zion here, coming to you from Colorado. I'm sure you've all noticed that we have some supply chain issues, and if you try to shop for anything for Christmas, you're pretty much out of luck. Everyone, of course, is looking for things to blame and trying to understand why things are going the way they are. And of course, that takes everybody to California, where we've all convinced ourselves that if only the Californians knew how to run the ports at Long Beach and Los Angeles, that we wouldn't be in this situation. Sorry, no, that's not. The explanation is just not that simple. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's all kinds of things that California can do better, that Long Beach can do better. But consider the two things that have been bouncing around. Number one, the demand that these ports now be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They were already open 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we're talking about a 20% expansion. Not insignificant, but when you're talking about having 100 odd super container ships lined up out on the ocean, that's not going to get cleared with just a 20% increase. Second, there's been a lot of discussion about the stacking of containers, how the cities of LA and Long Beach only allow you to stack them too high. Now, anywhere else in the world, we regularly do 5 and 6. In fact, we only do too high, really, on trains. So the idea that there's a safety difference between the cities of Los Angeles and Long Beach and the rest of the world is kind of a stretch. But consider what that tells you the actual problem is. The ports are having trouble finding places to store containers. But Long Beach is one of the most advanced ports we've got. They are particularly popular because they can take their cranes and use them to unload containers from ships and then drop them directly onto road and rail chassis, which means that they are then gone. You don't store them at the port. If you are storing them at port, that means the problem isn't with the port. That means the problem is with the road and the rail system. We have seize-ups throughout the entire system because the infrastructure cannot handle the flow. Long Beach and LA have seen their container traffic inflows increase by 15% in just the last year. That's crazy because these two ports are already responsible for 40% of the total. So could Long Beach and LA be run better? Well, duh. But that doesn't even make my top 5 list for what is driving the current supply chain problems. My list cannot be solved nearly as easy as fixing California. So on Friday, November 19, we're going to have the second part of our 3-part seminar on the future of the global economy. We're going to be focusing specifically on supply chains. Hope to see you there.